Welcome back, Mongo Fix. This is a custom-built bathtub trailer, under lawnmower, pulls it around, you fill it with dirt, whatever. But the big problem being, not sure the technical term, but maybe totally shredded. That tire pretty much junk. Mongo really hates small pneumatic tires like this. Pneumatic just meaning they got air in them, and these have little teeny tiny tube in it. They're not super great. Usually they're super cheap, super crappy. You use the device like maybe twice a year, and after 3 or 4 years, the tires do this and you can't use it. These type of small pneumatics are real common. These small caster things, wheelbarrows, your utility tote hand trucks, small generators, and this is a super common problem that Mongo hates. Tubes are cheap and they don't hold air, or they disintegrate like this. So Mongo's had enough of it. Luckily these wheels super easy to change. A couple of these crescent style wrenches. There we go, loosen her up. Oh yeah, she slide right off. Look like we got a lock washer and a whole bolt, and she comes out. For an entire $10, you can get one of these. This come from Harbor Freight, so it's super cheap and super crappy. It made in China. That's the best place to get super cheap, super crappy parts. This is a solid rubber tire, which means there's not much compression, there's no air in it, so it's pretty much solid rubber. And then a metal wheel. It does have axle in it. Looks like there is ball bearings on at least this end. Yep, looks like ball bearing on this end as well. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to swap an axle. Hey, look at that. She slides right in. Now, the one issue being, there's going to be quite a bit more play in there, so we might need some spacers, just so that way it doesn't wiggle as much in the wheel. But we'll use our exact same bolt and everything. There's a bunch of different options for solid wheels or tires, depends what you're doing. One thing to note, this wheel only good for 220 pounds. That's it, just for one wheel. So if you run 2 wheels, that's 440 pounds for the total thing. 350 pounds for this one wheel. So with 2 of these pneumatics, you had 700 pounds. So that is a big weight difference, depending on what you're doing. For what Mongo's doing, this will just work fine. We're not going to need that sticker, but if you wanted to buy the exact same one, that's the item number. Mongo found a piece of plastic that fit pretty good. Guess about where to cut a chunk off with a knife. And of course, it's a razor blade knife, so, be careful with razor blades. Might cut self, yada yada. Not gonna need something tougher. Evidently, Mongo found a tough piece of plastic, so that's good. And that's gonna be Mongo's spacer. With our spacers, you can kind of pick your favorite way that you want it to go on and put it on. The nice thing is there's no air valve to mess around with, so pick your favorite direction. There we go. And those little plastic spacers just keeping the wheels somewhat more centered. Mongo's much happier with that. No more air to deal with. Mongo did not grease these axles, but if you wanted, you could put some grease in there because these do not have grease zerts. If you are going to use it a lot, you might want to throw some grease on that bolt, but that's up to you. So if you did want to change this out to a new tire, you'll notice one side's got bolts on it. 13 millimeter. Oh, it might need the impact. Yep. Hold it real good and tight. They got the tiniest, dumbest, smallest lock washer on there. Mongo recommends saving them, maybe upgrading to better lock washers, because them is about useless. And then that wheel part comes off, and you can take the tire right off. So if you did want to change the tire or the inner tube, in Mongo's case, both, because that's the problem with the inner tube, and of course the problem with the tire. Then you can put a new tire on there, slide that back together, reattach your little useless lock washers, and thread the nuts back on. And then you would have replaced the tire or tube, whichever. Well, hopefully this video helped you. If you got some small pneumatic tires and you're sick and tired of dealing with flats or bad durometer rubbers or whatever, and you want to go to a non-aired tire or wheel, you have that option, and it's really easy to do. Well, if you like this video, be sure to like this video. If you like this video and other videos from Mongo Fix, be sure to subscribe. Mongo is working on all sorts of stuff. Mongo, thank you.